All right, hello. Check, check, 1, 2. Everybody can hear. I can hear myself, so I'm guessing it is very loud. Shalom, everybody. Rega, 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 rega. צריכים להפעיל את הסרים. You know, I was talking to Geula and a few other people about how this new, there's the excitement of doing this like hybrid event. I don't know if anybody knows, but we're trying to get people actually together in person, and we're also trying to plug them in, through the internet wherever they happen to be. And I'm learning how much I dislike this stress of the people who aren't here, and if there even are any people that aren't here. It's like this funny category of the maybe people that aren't here somehow are like stressing us out about when and how to start and do things. And, it's just like another new layer to COVID world, which we're all getting used to here. As if Charlotte Ken. We started. All right. Big ups to everybody who actually made it out. For those who don't know, a few people ask me what's going on. I don't know how they got here at all, which is just amazing in and of itself. We're going to be celebrating and hearing from Geula and her new book, The Beginnings of Fire. She's going to read for us. We have Emmy Raviv is going to be playing some music before and after. And for those who don't know, this is a Jerusalem event. Jerusalem is now an official nonprofit supporting Israeli literature in English, both written by Israelis in English, like Geula, and we have a lot of translation stuff. The last event was Shlomi Chatuka translated into English, and then the next event, actually another English speaker, we have Monty Friedman, which is just going to be an online thing coming up in a few weeks, together with the Tel Aviv Review of Books, talking about his new book, which is, I forget the name of it now, but it's about how, what? Who by Fire, thank you, talking about, yes, exactly, wow. Right, keep the flames up, and that's about Leonard Cohen just showed up and did a tour through, I think, through army bases in the Sinai, so we're going to be doing a discussion of that, and then we'll be back here sometime in early May, right? We're starting April tomorrow, so I think the first or second week of May. Roy Caspi is a Tel Aviv writer. His one of his stories was translated in English. We're going to be publishing that and then doing a similar reading for that here. So if you want more details about that, come talk to me, or just look it up, Jerusalem, Facebook, and the website. One of the cool things we're also going to try tonight is to bring, just like we're bringing distant people in, however we are through YouTube, we're also going to allow, or like we've made it so that people can read the story while it's being read. So if you want to get that loaded up, you're welcome to take your phones out and go to either, there's a link in the Facebook event page, or on, if you just go to Jerusalem.com, not Jerusalem, Jerusalem.com, and you go to Hala. The first post there is not The Beginnings of Fire, it's the first chapter, from which I'm forgetting the name of now. That it has a long. Do not profane your daughter by making her a harlot. I suggest for those who like to read while you're listening to somebody reading, you can look that up, or you can open that up while she's reading. And if you want help with that while Emmy's playing a few songs, just come, I guess you can come bug me. And is Emmy, you ready to start? Great. So Emmy came all the way from, she said the north, from the north. Everybody, welcome Emmy.
In. We're ready to go. Where's the camera? Is it here? Is it there? Where is it? Where is it? Hi. Yeah, right? Hi. יופי. שומעים, כן? מעולה. טוב, נתחיל. Fly near the trees, Fly up high where I can see you, my soul, my God. Lie in the garden for a while. I've seen your red wings, I've seen your red wings, and now you can't hide. Why would you hide such beautiful things? I've seen your red wings, I've seen your red wings, now you can't hide. Why would you hide such beautiful things? לא? שומעים את הגיטרה? כן. יופי. הם אומרים כזה כן. כן. תרגישו את הכנפיים שלכם. Just feel your wings. Feel your wings. What's that I see circling, strange and around again? Memories of a wide open northwestern plain, and a road leading to the park. He never carved me that flute. I guess the wood wasn't tough enough, but I've seen his red wings, I've seen his red wings, and now he can't hide. Why would he hide such beautiful things? I've seen his red wings, I've seen his red wings, now he can't hide. Why would he hide such things? Opa. I'll fly up high near the trees where you can see me, my soul, my God. I'll lie in the garden for a while. My child, my God, I'll lie in the garden for a while. For a while. I've seen my red wings, I've seen my red wings, and now I can't hide. Why would I hide such beautiful things? I've seen my red wings, I've seen my red wings, now I can't hide. Why would I hide such things? בוא נראה. הופלה. מעולה. יפה מאוד. אז אני אמי רביב, אני ממש מתרגשת להיות פה. And I can speak English. Great. Okay. I'm super excited to be here and really proud of Geula. And happy to bring this music because I feel like there's a lot of parallels with her work, and shalom. And yeah, I'll let the work speak for itself. This next song is called Mulberries. I brought you berries with a note that said, thank you, you are so sweet. I left them by your doorstep with my heart pounding, feeling alive finally. But all that's in my head, 'cause I didn't do it. No, I shouldn't do it. I shouldn't. Why is it perfection only comes like this in the wreckage of my heart? You are a dream I didn't know I had till you showed up. And I am terrified of the pain I am making, but I find myself into the fire jumping. Today I thought of bringing you a little taste of fruit just out of reach. Yes, Geula. Boy, Anna. Let's give her a hand, people. Let's give her a hand. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you everyone for making it. This is very exciting to have an in-person event, which is a miracle in and of itself. So give yourself a round of applause for leaving the house. It's not Muvan Melab. Emmy, where to start?
Yeah. Where to start?
Oh wow, we met years ago through Shoshana, but we've always had a lot of similarities in our work, and it's very special for me tonight that Emmy is performing. The first song that she sang, Red Wings, I remember she performed it for the first time many years ago, and I remember hearing it for the first time and just crying. I think it was before I actually wrote this book. And it's my favorite song. One of my really favorites, really. She's a musical genius. And the red wings, we all have red wings, which we try to hide, whether we want to show them or not show them. Whether it's physically hiding them or spiritually, emotionally. We all have our masks, and we live in days where there are a lot of masks. So we just also had Purim. As you see, I'm already jumping associatively.
Perfect.
Which is how the mind works, which is how art works. Whether it's music, or my friend Batnadiv sitting right there, who's busy drawing Emmy right now. And Batnadiv is an artist herself. So as we speak in the room, there are hybrid arts happening. You know, there's the music, there's the drawing, there's the people, the virtual world. Hi, everyone, virtually. So I think, first of all, I think everyone has this artist inside. And the way that I see it, and the way that I will present it with the book that I wrote, is this form is the lyric essay. It's a form of writing, of an art form that combines poetry and essay or prose. But what weaves everything together is the associative. It's, you know, we can talk about the red wings, and then we can talk about mosques, and we can talk about Purim. You know, that's how the mind works. We link things. That's how things come to us. That's how stream of conscious works. So if you have stream of consciousness, or like the modernist writers that would write like a whole flow, like a sentence that went on for pages and pages. So a lyric essay is doing a different kind of thing. It's using snippets of images, and for a lot of artists, I think that these images are coming from a well of obsession. We all carry around our obsessions, whether they are wings, love, showing. For me, in this book, they are, when I was writing this book, the obsessions were modesty, Jewish biblical figures, how they are presented, how does Jewish law deal with modesty, deal with cleansing, deal with purity. How does the text itself deal with it, and how does it happen in reality? What are our own experiences with religion? We're in Israel or in Jerusalem. There's religion all over the place. We're living amongst a people that is living in the shadows or in the tradition of a book, a text that whether you're Jewish or not, or whether you're interested in the Bible, it's kind of everywhere. So for me, that was an obsessive thread that kind of like went through writing this book. I had just come out of living a religious life for about 5-6 years. So these were my obsessions. I still felt very connected to the biblical text, and I felt that they were a wealth of source. And I, in a sense, wanted to reclaim these images for myself, that even if I don't live a religious life, this text is alive, and anyone can work with it, anyone can play with it, and anyone can make it their own. And when I first read a lyric essay, which was in, a lot of people know Marcella Sulak, so I was in Marcella Sulak's class, and the form of the lyric essay is very freeing, because I'm by nature a poet, and hadn't really written prose before, but when you access the lyric essay, you're able to give larger snippets of life, whether they are stories from the personal realm, or whether they are stories from the Bible, or combining history and Bible, and it kind of like weaves. You kind of like do this weaving. So I came upon a line in the Bible. I can't remember exactly when, but the line is, which I'm going to read you. Sorry. Whatever is used in fire shall pass through fire, and then it will be clean. It must, however, also be cleaned with sprinkling water. And whatever is not used in fire, you shall pass through water. Numbers 31:23. So this passage kind of freed me in the sense that I was able to understand that my obsessions were water and fire. These were images that I could speak through, and these were images that could help me tell my personal story. So I'm going to start reading the first chapter, maybe a bit of the second chapter, and Emmy's going to be hybridly she's with us, so just joining in. Okay. The beginnings of fire. 1. Do not profane your daughter by making her a harlot. Leviticus 19:29. My mother often threw away things without thinking. Once, she threw out a pair of my father's socks by mistake. Once, she told me it's easier to get rid of things than cleaning them. I was 18 when I came to Israel. Alone, I supported myself by cleaning houses. I loved how my hands mindlessly scrubbed the sinks, the toilets. I loved the satisfaction of a spotless floor, that I was the source of its cleanliness. I even loved getting dirty, coming home with the smell of bleach on the cracked skin of my hands, my skirt covered in dust. I thought, isn't it magic to be able to absorb dirt while making things clean? Isn't cleaning an extraordinary contradiction? Can filth ever be disposed of? The woman I worked for made me sweep the floor 3 times before I could cover it with water and soap. Soon, I became disenchanted with cleaning. Even after pressing the broom into the corners till my fingers turned red, dust would always remain. I didn't understand how, after all that sweeping, the water still turned so dark. When I became religious, I covered every inch of skin from my collarbone down to my elbows, down to my knees. I believed this would make me a modest woman, a good, clean woman. Or I believed that skin, like floors, could never really be rid of dirt, so it was best to hide it completely. It is easier to get rid of things than trying to clean them. My first memory of the word whore. I was 15. My father told me about the first time he fucked a woman. He was 17. Overweight and shy, he decided to go to a prostitute. He wanted to kiss her, but she said no. That's off limits. Whore. Cold woman, he muttered as he recalled the story to me. In my mind, a whore is a woman who tries to be clean, but somehow remains filthy. I studied at an all-girls seminary, in the old city of Jerusalem. In a class in Jewish dietary laws, I learned that an object could be intrinsically pure or impure, regardless of the presence of physical dirt. I was amazed at this concept. Kitchen utensils can absorb impurity, become non-kosher or spiritually defiled, but usually can be cleansed. I learned that it is fire and water that can purify. Whatever is used in fire shall pass through fire, and then it will be clean. It must, however, also be cleansed with sprinkling water. And whatever is not used in fire, you shall pass through water. Numbers 31:23. The way the non-kosher food substance is absorbed into the surface of the utensil is the way it needs to be expelled. So, a pot used for stewing can be purified with boiling water, but a pan used for frying or baking can only be purified with fire, a blowtorch. I can't remember what I had said or done, but I remember my father taking my jaw in his hand, squeezing it till my face turned red. I wish I could baptize you, cleanse your dirty soul. I don't know how I became impure. I don't know if it is fire or water that can cleanse me. Not all utensils can be cleansed. Earthenware can't be cleansed. From the earth, the dirt. Once earthenware utensils have become defiled, they remain impure and must be broken. It is easier to throw things away. The classes on Jewish modesty were simple. The rebbitzin would tuck in the tufts of brown hair escaping from under her headscarf and say, when a woman covers her skin, her soul is revealed. This is what you need to understand about modesty. I was wearing a skirt down to my ankles when a man walking by shouted, Zonah, Whore. In my mind, a whore is a woman who tries to be clean, but somehow remains filthy. When Judah saw Tamar, he thought she was a harlot because she had covered her face. Genesis 38:15. Judah didn't recognize his daughter-in-law. Besides her fingers, not 1 inch of skin was showing. He assumed that the veiled woman was a whore. He turned unto her by the way and said, Here now, let me come unto you. The Rebbitzin said, a covered woman reveals her soul. We learn this from Psalms. All the glory of the king's daughter is within. Inside her, unto her. Let me come unto you, inside you. After 4 years of being religious, I started dating. My boyfriend and I were shomer negia. We kept the Jewish law that forbids unmarried men and women from touching. When we sat in his parents' living room, he never sat next to me, always opposite. But when we were alone, he kept trying to undress me, even after I'd say, no. He uncovered my skin, but he didn't find my soul. Tamar replied, What will you give me that you may come unto me? What will you give me? When he was done, he wiped me with a plastic bag. When he was done, he was ridden with guilt. We can't do this. We are unholy. But it kept on happening. I kept on saying, no, we can't. And he'd say, but last time we did. Last time you let me. His eyes were always on fire. I don't know how I became impure. I don't know if it is fire or water that can cleanse me. Whatever is used in fire shall pass through fire, and then it will be clean. Numbers 31:23. I don't keep a kosher kitchen anymore. My pots and pans, knives and forks, all impure. But doing the dishes somehow remains the same. When I think I'm done, there's always that last bit of burnt food at the bottom of the pot that won't disappear. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. As you can see, it's a very personal book. It goes on and on, associatively. So if we ever read it, enjoy. I want to send you off with a blessing and say that I hope that everyone can be able to find their own associative form of art or connecting between the dots as this kind of project feels. I wrote this book when I was doing my MFA and I was also going through therapy, which of course was very good. And I think that art isn't necessarily meant, the purpose of art, to be a therapy or a healing, but I think that once you understand the art and you read a lot and you connect the dots, there is a lot of healing that happens. So I hope that, this world can feel more healing in that sense, and connect the dots, that everyone may connect the dots for themselves. And I'm very happy that Emmy will continue bringing us with some music. Thank you.
Yeah. Maybe we take a break so people can buy the book and recharge and that. Want to take a break? Lonnie, do you want to come up and read something? Yeah, they want the book. The book. The book. The book. The book.
Okay, I'll read read another few pages. Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, that's funny. What? A short one, right? You must be careful what you ask for. Oh. Okay. This is an encore for poetry. That's exciting.
Happens all the time.
Right. Only in Jerusalem. Okay. Yeah, I need a little sip.
Have a sip. Sippy time. Sippy.
Mm. Okay. Okay then. Lately, I've been writing about fire. Since I stopped keeping religious custom, poetry has become my new prayer. I remember once seeing a book on Jewish prayer titled Praying with Fire. It sounds powerful, to burn with longing for the Lord. My first memory of fire is the kitchen stove. Small blue flame warming up a pot of porridge. My mother stirring the oats and milk and sugar, watching it all disintegrate, collapse into one another to form a new substance. I hear her mumbling, "This is what we eat. This is what we pray for." The fire on the altar shall be kept burning on it. It shall not go out. But the priest shall burn wood on it every morning. Leviticus 6:12. They say prayer became a substitute for sacrificial worship after the temple was destroyed. We no longer have animals burning for the Lord, so now we need to burn in prayer. I wonder, is praying with fire the same as playing with fire? The question is, what kind of fire? Now Nadav and Avihu, the sons of Aaron, took their respective fire pans, and after burning fire in them, placed incense on it, and offered strange fire before the Lord. And fire came out from the presence of the Lord and consumed them. Leviticus 10:1. My second memory of wailing that he wants to be cremated. He wants to go up in flames. He says this as my mother lights the Friday night candles, covers her eyes so as not to be blinded. She knows that some flames are all-consuming, and there will be no one left to bless the good light if she keeps on staring into them. Moses saw God for the first time through a blazing fire, a burning bush, and he hid his face from the light. He was afraid to look upon the Lord. How is it that the burning bush wasn't consumed? Is it fire that can cleanse me? He told me that when he was a boy, he was an altar server. It was his duty to place the votive candles in neat rows on the side altar in the nave of the church. The altar was made of wood. Before he laid the candles down, he filled a tray with sand, placed it on the altar to keep it from catching fire. At the beginning of Mass, he held a candle, while another boy carried the cross. The hot wax dripped onto his hands, stuck to his skin, while the worshippers sang psalms to the Holy Virgin and Christ, the one true light. My father smoked cigars. He was always quitting. He'd say, "It's temporary, but for now it helps me breathe." Can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burnt? Proverbs 6:27. His eyes were always on fire. The question is, how is fire sustained? The question is, how do oxygen, fuel, and heat remain in conversation? The question is, how much breath do you have left to speak? How much body do you have left to give? "Did you hear me?" he mouths. "I will be cremated." My mother opens her mouth into prayer, but she has no breath. In silence, she blesses the Lord who commanded her to kindle the lights. What can a woman say standing next to a man who is burning from the inside out? After 5 years of strictly adhering to religious modesty, I gradually started uncovering my skin. First my elbows, then parts of my upper arms, eventually my shoulders. Each time I uncovered a new inch of skin, I felt a singeing sensation, as if I was burning with nakedness. If she profanes herself by harlotry, she shall be burnt with fire. Leviticus 21:9. I can remember that pain, but I've stopped feeling it. He said it started when he was 17. He called it the black hole, an abyss void of all light. He said he fell into it, and when he hit the bottom, he knew he had to leave the church. He knew he had a Jewish soul. His mother was devastated, told him he'd suffer like Jesus had suffered. For the Lord your God is a consuming fire, a jealous God. Deuteronomy 4:24. I've started smoking again. When my lungs fill with smoke, my breathing slows down, becomes deep. I tell myself it's temporary, that for now I need help breathing. When did it start? I remember the light in the living room flickered. The wire filament in the bulb was having trouble emitting heat. I remember the red carpet, my father lying on it, his arms spread out horizontally, forming a cross with the rest of his body. He was crying, something about Jesus, his lost friend from childhood. The memory isn't clear, because the light kept on flickering. It couldn't decide whether to stay on or off. I want to forget about my father, about religion and the Bible. Why do I keep coming back to the stories, the verses? When you walk through fire, you will not be scorched, nor will the flame burn you. Isaiah 43:2. Is it fire that can cleanse me? I suck in air through the tobacco, breathe in smoke. The end of the cigarette lights up, an orange-red flow. My cigarette is a little altar, and my lungs are the sacrifice. I am an offering, burning with longing for the Lord. Is this prayer? Okay, I'm going to stop now. You can read the book.
Buy the book. Buy the book. It's right here. 30 shekels. Bit. Buy the book. 30 shekels.
It's a tease. It's a tease.
Yeah, that's not all of it. She didn't read the whole book. Just get buy the book.
Okay, thank you again for coming. This was great.
How y'all doing? Feeling good? Good. Yeah. Out in the town. Oh, man. I'm just going to sing. I'm not going to talk. I'm just going to sing. Yeah, that's good.
I am discovering just how rough my skin is. Hear my warning to keep we dance over the morning as we fall into love. I am discovering just how soft my skin is. My heart has always been waiting for this love, for this love, for this love. Jerusalem. Ism. So I have an album coming out. It's a 5-song album. Yeah. It's called Springtime, and yeah, it took a while to release it, but it's like kind of perfect that it's coming out now because it's springtime. Yeah, it's springtime. So yeah, you got it. So spot on. Yeah. 3 years later, it's still relevant. So it's like, so the first, the title track of the album is Springtime, and yeah, the homes that we make in each other, in ourselves, the places we abandon in ourselves when we make a home in another person, the moving between homes that we're doing constantly. I haven't been in Jerusalem since I moved out of here for a while, yeah. So it's been a few years, and I have like a culture shock being back, but it's nice. Like I feel it's like I like that feeling. So yeah, this song is called Springtime.
Tada, thank you. Hi. I think I'll play one more song and then we'll buy books. Let's buy books. Okay. Yeah, I know what to sing now. We are cleansed with water. I'm cleansing myself with water. Get it? Cleared my mind. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Man. Yeah. All right. I wasn't sure if I was going to sing this song because it's kind of like my most upbeat song that I still perform. I used to sing, about moving to the moon in like a bluegrass kind of country kind of way, and that was fun. But it's like less what I sing now. But I have this song, it's called Lemon Ginger Honey. And got some fans in the audience. And it's actually, I feel like it's relevant. I feel like it's relevant.
There's the umbilical cord there.
Yeah, to whoever listens to the lyrics and likes lyrics, it's relevant. For sure. Otherwise, you can just like enjoy the rhythm.
I'm all about that lemon ginger honey. Come on, give it to me. They say it's all about that money. I say I have to disagree. Baby, don't you want me? I could make you happy. What is it about me? It's got you looking so worried. What is it about me? It's got you looking so worried. Am I not your cup of tea? I could make you happy. Is it because I'm all about that lemon ginger honey? Come on, give it to me. They say it's all about that money. I say I have to disagree. Mouth trumpet and go. Has a mind of its own, seriously. On the day that I was born, my mama cut the cord. She said, people, you've been warned. There just ain't no place for this girl. This whole wide world ain't no place for this girl. And now I know it's all about that lemon ginger honey. Come on, give it to me. They say it's all about that money. I say I have to disagree. Forget about that cup of tea. I could make you happy. I could make you happy. Yes. All right, Tadaroba. Thank you so much.
Books, books, books.
Diaper money.
As Jonathan
money.
said, I don't know if everybody could hear Jonathan, but they need diaper money. I don't know how much diapers cost, but the books are only 30 shekels, which pretty much means if you're thinking about getting another drink, for less than that, you can probably get a book, and it'll be way better. It was really amazing to see people kind of asking for and wanting more Geula to read more from the book. I think we all kind of felt that energy sucking us in, and I was so happy to help make this happen because Geula let me take a look at the book I don't even remember, it was 2 months ago or so, and I was blown away. I think as you go deeper into what seems like a small book, the images just get more stronger, intenser, and I think my jaw was actually dropping at the end. And I've read a couple things over the years, so it's like it's hard to even kind of have that effect on me. Psh. Book is only 30 shekels. She accepts bit. No, again, thanks everybody for coming out. Thanks for Geula for sharing this with us, and congratulations again. Thank you, Emmy, for coming out.
Thank you to Lonnie and Jerusalem.
Yeah, my pleasure, my pleasure. And especially thanks to, I don't even know if Jenya is, he's got to be somewhere around here. Jenya and whoever is helping with the bar. I don't know if you guys heard the bell gets rang whenever somebody gives a tip. So I think that now that the music's done, one of the best things we could hear is just that bell ringing a lot. So enjoy the drinks, but only after you made sure you can buy a book, clearly. And for whoever feels like they need more literature and can handle it in Hebrew, I'm pretty sure that there's a Hebrew poetry event that's going to be starting right after this. Is anyone from that here wants to say, right? I don't know. Maybe they're outside hanging out waiting for all the English to end. You never know. Or maybe they didn't show up. You know those poets. There's very difficult bunch. So thanks everyone for coming out. And take advantage, more than just buying a book, Geula's here. I would say talk to her, getting a book published, working on a project like this. These things are easier to look at when they're done than imagining what goes on to making them happen. So I suggest everybody kind of bugs her or just says hi or does whatever they want to do. And we could probably get the music to go again so that I finally stop doing the and what? Exactly. Slava Ukraina.